Welcome to part 7 of this rating run on chess.com where I play rapid games of 15 minutes with a 10-second increment. And I'm just trying to see how high my rating can go. So let's jump right in with the game. And waiting for an opponent. Alright, looks like I have white. And I'm playing a 1306. Alright, here we go. And waiting for them to make their move. Play knight to f3, developing the knight, helping to control the center. And so they move here. I'm going to play this pawn move, which lets me get my bishop out so I can get ready to castle. Alright, c3. Helping to fortify the center, but keeping this knight and bishop out, allowing me to move my bishop to d3. And so I will go ahead and do that. And now we'll wait and see what black will do. Next, I would like to get my knight on my knight here at b to d2. So I will go ahead and do that. And now I will be able to castle. Alright, so he moves d6, eyeing my king side. And so first I will move to h3, just preventing any attacks on this h2 pawn, pushing it forward, and keeping the knight out of my position. And so here I will get ready to castle next. And we're waiting to see what he will play next. Okay, so I guess he's trying to get some movement here. So I will play this to block his pawn from pushing forward, attacking mine. And I will get ready to castle here. Okay, so he'll probably castle unless he develops his bishop first, which he may do that. Yeah, so he moved his bishop, aiming down here, but I'm going to castle there anyway. He'll probably castle there because he's already pushed his queenside pawns. Okay, so he does castle. And now I will what to do next? I'll push this rook to help cover the e file, especially if I push this pawn forward. Okay, so he jumps in there. And now, do I capture here? I think I will. If I capture, I have to watch out because if I capture here, I can't capture with the knight, or, well, I guess I could capture that way. Because then I can just capture. Okay, I will go ahead and do that. And so come out ahead of pawn there. Does he have a trick? If he captures here, okay, now he is protecting that. So, okay, so I'll retreat my bishop back to here, and I can attempt to push this pawn forward, gain some space in the center. All right. So what will he do? Develop his queen? Okay, so he tries to reposition his knight, possibly to allow a pawn push, or to line up here on my knight. So, and here this knight could jump in there. All right, if he jumps to here, I think I will just push forward and threaten to push forward once again and attack his bishop, which will be trapped here. But he'll probably move his knight to g6. If he doesn't make some move, this bishop can be trapped with a pawn move here. And so we'll see if he notices that. Okay, he did move there to prevent that. Okay, but now I have a strong pawn center here. And so I must decide what to do, possibly develop this bishop. Okay. Now, I could push forward, attacking his bishop. If he captures, well, no, that would leave this rook and his other bishop lined up here. Okay, so I will just keep those pieces in position there. All right. Well, I should develop this bishop. I think that is what I need to do. But where is best? I think I'll just develop to here. All right, his knight jumps down and over to the king side. What are the threats? The knight could jump in here and force me to make a decision. Okay, if the knight jumps in here, let's see. All right. Do we block with a pawn push here? I don't know. This is a strong bishop lining up on my king side, so All right, he's at 13:44. I'm losing time with down under 12 minutes here. Alright, I should probably just develop my queen to help cover that point. So we'll just do that, covering this. So now he can't jump in there because we'll just trade and I'll come out ahead. Okay, so his queen lines up with his bishop, and he's just waiting to see what I do next. Okay, here we could possibly just push forward, blocking, taking some space here, blocking his position. So I think I will do that. I'll just gain some space on the queen side. Okay, so he lines up here on my queen. Now, what to do here? I could push this a4 or this pawn to a4, attacking with my bishop, but my bishop is the only thing protecting this pawn. So, should I do that? Try and gain control there. I'll hold off on that. I think I will just move my rook to the center here. So I'll go ahead and do that. Just move the rook to the center to help control the middle. See what he does next. And I have to be mindful of the time because I have 10:33 to his 13 minutes. So now he's thinking, trying to come up with a plan here. All right, what can I do to improve my position? Okay, so this queen moves up here to f7. And what does that do? Potentially allows him to jump into this spot on b3, attacking. What can he get out of that? Alright. Okay, he could be trying to jump into my position here, so what should we try to do? He could be trying to pile up here. Alright, alright. Okay. Alright, I think I will move this knight and then push a pawn up to help protect this pawn. But that could let his knight jump into my position here. I don't think I want that. Okay, this is pretty tricky. Alright. Okay. Well, all right. I think I will just... He's probably planning to push forward with this pawn right here on f6. So that could cause me problems. But if he does that, I could block. But then he could push forward, trapping my bishop. So then he could capture this knight. Okay. All right. Well, if I push forward, attacking his bishop, he goes there. Attack. All right. So this knight probably has to move. Or my queen has to move. Ah, this is getting very tricky, very tricky. All right. Okay. I'll just have to back this pawn up. And probably took way too much time on that move. That could get me in trouble later in the game. Sorry it's taken so long. The game just kind of got pretty complicated here. Okay, interesting. He pushes forward with that. So I should probably just block. Should probably just block. Okay, I'll go ahead and block. All right, do I capture that knight? I would say no, because it would leave me with this backward pawn. Okay. I think I will just retreat. So this is not good. Now he is piling up on my position there. Okay. So I may be forced to get rid of this knight before he causes some damage. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that, because now I'm starting to run out of time. I didn't really want to make that move. Okay, now can I push forward? If he captures, I capture. Can try that. All right. All right. Whew, now I'm in time trouble here. So I only have 4 minutes and 38 seconds to his 11 minutes. So I may have time problems in this game. It could cost me the game, especially that one move. I think I took like 4 minutes on one move or something crazy. All right, let's see what he does. So he's threatening here. So I have to move. I'm going to go there. All right. So if he doesn't attack if he doesn't capture this pawn, I can push forward with my pawn. I also have to watch out here. He's lined up on my queen, which is undefended, so that is not good. All right. Well, I don't know. This game's looking kind of rough for me. I kind of let myself get constricted, and he got the initiative, and so he, excuse me, kind of has me on the run. Okay, so he moves that bishop. I'm going to attack his bishop. If he comes forward, I can... Okay, I can knock out his other bishop. Although, is that bishop doing much? If I do that, which I think I'm probably going to have to go ahead and do. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that. Then I can block this up, protecting this pawn. Alright, my queen, he may attempt to jump in here and cause problems, so probably need to get my queen here to help cover things. This pawn is kind of weak, so maybe... Okay, so he pushes forward there. Well... Okay. Alright, what to do here? What to do? I could capture, trade rooks. Do I try and gain space? Or do I just capture there? Alright, I think I'll do that. I'll try and trade some pieces off because I am kind of stuck here. Okay, do I check him? Does that accomplish anything? I'll go ahead and do that. Right. Alright, what will he do here? Alright, I do have that extra pawn there, so I think I will capture and then try and reposition my bishop. have to get my king into a better position. Okay, now I got my bishop on a little better position there. And so I can move my king in towards the center. And I will try and get my bishop up here to d5 to fight his bishop. All right. If he doesn't capture, I can move my pawn forward. But more importantly, now I can pick off this pawn. Okay, I should be winning this now. I can pick off that pawn. And now I can push my pawn forward. And so, do I go here? I don't want to trap my bishop. He can't make any progress. But now I can push my king up here. And I can trade off his other piece here. Excuse me, I can trade off this and use this passed pawn over here to win the game. And now I'll win by marching my pawn up to turn it into a queen. And he'll probably resign, but he may attempt to play on further to see if I stalemate him by accident. Or he may be angry and just not finish the game and just let his time run down. Alright, so there's not much he can do here. He should resign, but maybe he's upset and he just wants to let the clock run down. Excuse me. And so we're just waiting in this game where, I don't know, I kind of got myself in trouble, but I was able to pull out of it and then win in the end game. So just remember tactics, study your tactics and end games as well, because a lot of games, people want to play the opening and learn, different complicated openings, and that's fine to learn openings, but many games go on into the middle game and the end game, and that's where they're decided. So it's always good to study your tactics for the middle game and strategy. Okay, and so it looks like I won here. All right, so we win that game. And we'll do a quick game review here. I see a mistake and a blunder that show up here, so let's see what happened in this game. I had 72.2% accuracy to their 70.4, so we could have done a little better, but could have been worse. All right, it says intense, nice win, you were never in trouble. Start the review. So let's see here. All right, knight takes e4 is best. I captured a vulnerable knight. So yeah, there I came out a pawn ahead. So maybe I should have tried to trade pieces off earlier in the game instead of waiting so long until I was kind of in trouble. Here it says, I ignored an opportunity to kick a bishop. I permitted the opponent to create a passed pawn. Okay, so instead of moving my king, best was attacking his bishop. So if I attacked his bishop, then he would have had to move. I don't know. I still think he could have captured that pawn there. But the computer has much better calculating power than I do. So let's see what the next move is here that it highlights. Okay, this queen to d6 move was a mistake. I overlooked an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. So instead of moving my queen up here, which I wanted to do to attack his queen, and if he captured, my pawn would be passed up here closer, but So obviously that wasn't the best move. So it says instead I should have moved up there, checking him, and then moving over to attack this. Interesting, interesting. I was kind of worried about him jumping down into my position if I did that with, I don't know, some move where he could swing over and kind of get down into my position. So anyway, let's see where I ignored an opportunity to capture a free pawn. I allowed the opponent to capture the checking queen. So instead of that, best would have been just taking this pawn here. Well, that's probably an example of where I was focused on my plan of capturing the queen, and then when a better opportunity came up, I didn't take advantage of it. So, yeah, that would have been a better move to just capture. Alright, so this is not a good move. Best would have been pushing this forward. Okay, I see that. It restricts his movement. And it puts this on the opposite color of his bishop. But I wanted to reposition my bishop into a better spot. Yeah, earlier I think if he would have jumped in this line, he could have, well, I don't know. Here he's behind this pawn. I have this passed pawn, and that's just going to give him trouble. So here my best move was doing that immediately. Okay, that makes sense, which is what I did later in the game. So there, I finally did it. Alright, so a summary of the game as we go further. Okay. Yes, here I had the pass pawn, and so the game was over completely after that. So here it says I have an estimate of a 1250, and he had 1100 in that game, even though he was like a 1300. So opening accuracy, I had 90.3 to his 80.5. Middle game, 70.7 to his 70.8. And then end game accuracy, mine was 66.6 to his 66.5. So it was a pretty close game overall. All right, let's jump into another game here. And that one took a little bit longer, so I'll try and just do one more game. And that'll be it for today, guys. All right, let's see here. A new game. Here we go. And I have white. So, I'll try something a little different in this game. I'm just going to play e4. See what they do. Maybe I'll go for a Ruy Lopez opening this time. Alright, so we're waiting on them to decide what move to make. And they may be having problems with their internet. It says waiting, will abort, auto abort in 25 seconds here. Okay. Oh, finally. Okay, so he moves. We'll try and do a Ruy Lopez, and he allows it. So there. And see what they do next. Okay, that's an interesting play there. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and castle, see what he does. All right. So that variation that he played, the Cozio defense in the Ruy Lopez, I don't see that very often, but it gives him the option to swing over here to also assist with an F5 pawn push. You know, it backs up this knight over here and also covers this in case he wants to push in the center. So I have to retreat, and I'll retreat again. Okay, so he jumps in there. I am going to leave an escape hole for my bishop. And we'll see what he decides on next. Alright, he'll probably push a pawn. Okay, so, I wasn't expecting him to do that. I think I'll play it safe and just push to d3 and kind of just wait and see what he does. And now I could possibly put my bishop here and my queen on d2 and try and trade his defensive bishop off there. Alright, so I'll go with that plan. But first, I may, well, let me think. First, I may want to bring my rook to e1 and bring this knight over here to d2, then to f3, and then I could swing it up over to this side here. Okay. Now, he'll probably castle, or he could try and fortify the center with a d6 move. Alright, I should get this knight moving. But do I try and exchange off the bishop first? Alright, I think first I will I'll move that first. Move my rook to e1, then move this knight to f1, and swing it over here. Possibly push to h3 and put the knight in here, and then I might be able to try and swing it up here and have another piece covering these squares here, which have been weakened by this g6 push, but his bishop is covering these holes right here, so that's why I need to get my queen here and try and trade that off. Okay, so he does that. Do I just push in the center? No, I think I will ignore that. And I'll ignore his move and develop. Okay, so he captures. I recapture. Next, I will swing this knight. Well, Okay, so he decides to capture there. So now this bishop could become dangerous. Alright. So, if he pushes forward, I will just move there. See what he does next. Alright, so what can he try next? I have to watch out for his other bishop over here crisscrossing through into my position. And then, alright, so could just back my bishop up, which I think I will do. I think I'll just do that. I'll just back up. If he captures, I can capture with my bishop. I do have this, I will have this backwards pawn here, so that's not good. But if he doesn't capture, I can just push forward here. But I don't know, that would block this line of my bishop aimed at his king. Alright, so he's thinking here. Alright, so he wants to threaten my bishop. So what is the best play here? What is the best play? I could remaneuver to here. And that could be an option. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Do I take some space here? Could do that. I'll go ahead and do that. Just fight for space over there. See what he does next. All right, so sorry if there's not enough action for you guys. So right now we're just waiting to see what he plays next. Okay, so he moves in there, and he's attacking this. So I need to figure out what I want to do. I could just block my bishop in, I guess, which is not the greatest thing to do. But it kind of stops these threats in the middle. Now his knight can jump in there and continue an attack on this. And so that's not so great. Okay, so he decides to attack there. I think So he's attempting to attack. I think. Do I capture or just ignore him again? I think I will ignore him for now. Huh. Alright. Well, what to do here? Okay. Alright. He's threatening an attack there. I kind of want to move this rook out of this line that he has on my piece. So let's go ahead and just move that. See what he does. And then if he captures, I can recapture with the rook, but then I need to jump this knight here, and then maybe I can reposition that into this. That's if he captures there. We'll see. He may just push forward and close in this bishop. Alright, so as we wait for him to move. Okay, so he does capture. So now I have to capture with my rook. And what threats will he have after that? So I capture with the rook. And now if he remaneuvers this bishop back to b7 to target this rook, I should move anyway. So probably need to just jump this knight up here and then try and put it in this hole. Okay. I have to be aware of a knight jumping in here, though. If he tries to maneuver one of his knights in here. Also, he has this move, trying to jump his knight in there and attacking. Okay, so he goes there. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Do I chase that knight away with a g4 pawn push? Okay, okay. Well, I could just chase that knight away, but then he could reposition here and attack that. So it's probably best to just move this rook back down. Or do I just push this up first? Alright, I think I will move this rook. And then I may have to, well, I could possibly move this bishop here. Although this is my good bishop, he could just block. Okay, so he goes there. Interesting, interesting. Attacking my knight. So if I capture, let us see here, let us see. Alright, so if I capture, do I attack his queen first? I could attack his queen. But he could block. Well, maybe we'll try that. I don't know. It's kind of tricky here because do I trade my good bishop? Or do I just take this knight first? No. Do I attack his queen? He could still capture here. So that doesn't work. Alright. If I capture his knight, his queen swings in, then there's an attack here. Alright, alright. So he's got me thinking on this move. Okay, okay. Well, do I capture that knight? Okay, this is a turning point in the game. So if I capture his knight, it's going to pull his queen in. Then I'll have an attack here on f2 with the queen and the rook. I could block, but then that could cause problems. Or maybe not. He could swing back up. And then what do I do if he swings? So what we're looking at is a capture of the knight. The queen comes in, attack the queen. He could jump down in here, and then that could leave this opening, so I don't want to do that. So I'm probably just going to have to protect, or just move this knight up here first. Okay, I guess that is what we will do. We'll do that. The queen will come in. I'll move this knight here to block the attack. And then if the queen maneuvers to here to threaten again, then I can move I guess I could move my queen. Or at that point I could just move this knight in here. Huh. So that works as well. Okay. Alright, so he does that. So we will go ahead and block that attack. And then I can swing the knight into that hole on e4, and it will also cover this spot. I also have to be wary of the knight swinging over here to b4 and attacking this unprotected pawn here. So that could be a problem. All right. So I think we're good if we swing this knight into e4. Then we could even protect it more by pushing this pawn up, possibly. All right, and so we're waiting for white to move here. Or excuse me, we're waiting for black to move. And so what will black do? He could jump that knight into b4, attacking this pawn on d3. And so then what would be my best option? Well, I guess then I would just have to capture with this bishop. Then we'd have opposite colored. Well, he would have the two bishops. All right, but I think this knight jumping in here to e4 will be pretty strong. So let us see what he decides to do here. He may have anticipated that I was going to jump in there. Okay, so I should try and protect this. All right, I think I will jump in there, see what he does. Okay, he could either attack me with bishop to f5, attacking my knight, or he could go bishop to g4, attacking my queen. But I could block that with my pawn. But what if he sacrificed his bishop? Capturing, and then if I captured, would his queen be able to do any damage here? Well, an interesting game, that's for sure. Kind of got, I don't know, took a turn for the unusual. All right, let's see what he does. He only has 3 minutes left, so at least I have more time. And okay, so he does go there. I guess I will back up that knight even more with this pawn push. And so let's see what he does. So he does capture there. I should probably just capture, attacking his queen, capture with my rook. Because he's thinking if I capture there, he can come in. But that wouldn't even do much. But we'll leave him with this backward pawn. We'll capture like this, attacking his queen and driving that queen out of there. And so something that I should probably attempt is to push this pawn forward, possibly putting his king in check, because I'm still lined up on his king there with this bishop. But then that pawn could be weak if I push it forward like that. So we'll just leave that bishop and pawn here, this threat. But this bishop is really closed in. Okay, so he goes there. And what is a good choice here? What is a good choice? To activate that bishop by pushing my pawn to c5, and then I could possibly attack it by repositioning my bishop to c4 and then b5. Okay. Let's see here. Now what did he have a threat behind this queen move? He's lining up on my queen. Alright, so are there any tricks here? Any tricks? Alright, Okay, I'm just burning time now, so I need to find something that improves my position. If you're not sure what to do, find your worst placed pieces and try and improve them. So this bishop is definitely bad. I could push this pawn, but then that pawn will be weak. And I could threaten to move up and then attack it. Will there be a way to protect that pawn? Well, let's see. Okay, now I'm just wasting time. So let us push forward. we'll go ahead and do that. We'll put him in check. Get this bishop into a better position. I could go here, pinning this knight. But does that do anything? Okay, so he moves this king, and now do I just attack here and gain this pawn over here, which he can recapture? So I think we'll do that. We'll attack his knight and pin it to his rook. His rook will have to swing down to a6. Then I could capture the knight. If he comes over, I still need to protect this pawn now that I've pushed it forward. Okay, so he does that. And now do I exchange the bishop or not? Yes or no? Okay. Well, do we take that knight and give up our bishop pair? We could get that passed pawn. All right. Alright, I should probably push this forward. Boom. Watch out for any surprises here. Alright, I'll go ahead and just capture that, get it off the board. Then I can move up and protect. Move up and protect this. I think that will work. And I'm attacking his a5 pawn. Okay, so he lines up there. Do I get rid of that attacker? I would say yes. Or I just move my queen over here to threaten it. Okay. So there, I'll just double up on that bishop with the queen. He captures, I capture. Now I have my attack that is renewed on his a5 pawn. And his time is ticking down. Okay, so he moves in here. Does that do anything? Well, what is the threat behind this? He can move up here, remaneuver. Alright, I will capture an additional pawn. Okay, so he pushes forward. I am going to help protect that by pushing my pawn forward. And actually, I could just jump in here. I'll just do that. Threaten that attack right there and stop any checkmate threats. Okay. So he attacks there. I move back into that position, and now I can okay. Now I can go there. Okay, so do I just attack his queen? Now he is threatening a move here. All right. Does that cause me a problem by him swinging in there for check? All right, so now I'm down under a minute. Let's think about this. Let's think about it. Okay, we protect that. If he puts me in check, I just block. He captures, I capture. He doubles up. I protect. And now, how do I stop this? Do I just push forward? I'll just push forward. If he jumps in there, I have to move over to there. Okay, he tries to jump into my position. I will block him. He captures. I capture. Now I have these pawns that are a little stronger working together now. So he attacks there. I will protect the pawn. He attempts to get into my position, so I go there. could attack here. Alright, so if he attacks this pawn, what do I do? Do I just protect it? And then he could jump back up there. So he resigns here. Alright. Okay, guys, so we got the win there. He just resigned. I was ahead material, and I guess he wasn't sure what to do. So let's get out of here. It's like some mistakes and a missed win. Do a quick game review. Alright, so we have 82.5% accuracy to his 75.7. And it says intense, nice win, you were never in trouble. Okay, so if we start this review, so a Rui Lopez, but it was this Cozio defense, which I don't see very often when you move your knight from G to E7. Okay. Man, so knight to F1 is an inaccuracy. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either. So best would have been moving my bishop up here, pinning the knight to his rook. So, I guess that kind of keeps it from being blocked in, which it was later, I believe. Let's see. A4 is an inaccuracy. So instead of pushing my pawn, I should have just repositioned my rook to cover this area here. Alright. So that is an inaccuracy. Best was to capture in the center. Interesting. I was worried about opening this bishop up to have a line down here on my rook and giving it more scope. Okay, so it really blasted through all those moves. Rook takes A5 is excellent. That pawn was yours for the taking. Okay, so I got ahead there. And then that was best. Won material by capturing a pawn. And okay, so here king to F2 is excellent. This activates your king in the endgame by getting it off the back rank. And so it looks like I did 1400 to their 1200. And summary. So opening accuracy, I had 86.5, I believe it was, to their 85.2. And then middle game, 76.7 to their 69.4. This phase of the game could not be graded due to a lack of relevant moves in the end game. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this continuation of this rating run on chess.com. If you have, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave any comments or suggestions. And thank you for following along so far. Have a great day.